Suppose go to next slide. Suppose again next, here I can write something. You can see. If you are one, I can write something. Okay, so I will take some sheets like this and I'll describe whatever it is. Suppose straight line, you know what is that? Is it a straight line?
Yes, sir.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Is it? Can this be a straight
No,
line?
sir.
No. Why?
No,
Sir.
Why?
it's covered.
Why not a straight line?
Because it's curved.
Curved.
Curved. So what do you mean by straight line? At least you know that. What do you mean by straight line? That's the first thing.
180 degrees.
And for language, okay, I can.
Line in only one dimension.
Sir, it should follow y is equal to mx plus c.
Okay. So what you mean? You already know the equation. Yes. So just consider all of them. So some of you didn't study all those things. So just in your school level, 5, 6, I think you got a straight line, but you didn't know what is the equation, isn't it? So from basic definition, can you say from basic concept you can define a straight line? What is straight line? Okay, if I say suppose you have a point here. Suppose somewhere you have a point. Okay, and there is another point. Okay. From these 2 points, there are several paths, isn't it?
Yes.
And there is something like this. Okay, although this one is not a straight line. So from one point to another, there are infinitely many paths, isn't it? Among them, the shortest one is a straight line, is it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you define it from one point to another, the shortest path with which you can travel? That is the straight line. Yes, fine.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I have given this one because one of you said that it is one dimensional or 2 dimensional, whatever it is. So that's why, okay, you know, at least the shape of the art is something not circular, but yes. So don't go for my structure as I said earlier. So isn't it of this type? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So now.
The screen is visible.
So screen is not visible.
So can you see me?
So we can see you, but not your screen.
Okay. Leave it the screen. Okay, you can see me. That's enough. So what's the shape of the art? You know?
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it is spherical like this.
Yes, sir. Spherical. Yes.
Somewhere you are here at some point. Maybe suppose I am here in Zorat, and someone is sitting somewhere in other country. Maybe here, Australia, America. Yes. What is the shortest path he can travel? From this point to this, even from Zorat to Guwahati, there are infinitely many paths, isn't it? Is there a single road? No.
Many.
From Guwahati to Australia, there are infinitely many paths. You can go this way, this way, this way.
Sir.
Among them, what is the shortest path? The structure is like this, isn't it? Isn't it curved?
Yeah.
Do you think there is a path like this?
No.
So what is straight line? What is a straight line? You cannot say straight lines are always this time. Only when you are in 2 dimension, straight line will be this time. 2 dimension means when the 2 points are on a plane, on a paper. So if you have a paper and 2 points are on that paper and you want to join those 2 points by some path, then only the shortest path will be of this type. That is straight line. But if you go to higher dimension, 3D, 4D, 5D, then straight line may be of this type also. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you have to mention in which dimension you are working.
Yes, sir.
Suppose another concept. Suppose you know circle. Already you know circle.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think
Yes,
next unit is, so as I am not going to discuss everything formally. So straight line. Next one is circle. Okay. Again, define circle. My one will not be a circle, so assume this to be a circle. I have structure from this I can draw. What is circle? There is a fixed point. Yes. Then you have to show all the points.
Collection of points
Collection of points which are equidistant from this one, isn't it?
from the center.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There is a fixed point that is center.
From center.
You have to choose all the points equidistant from that one, and if you join all those points, what you get is a circle. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Would you
sir.
like to
Yes,
correct it?
sir.
Is the definition sufficient, or would you like to correct it?
Sir, a
So now you can
collective
see.
of points.
Okay. So if you join all of them, all possible because there are some more in between them. Okay. Okay, it's the okay the flag. Okay, whatever it is. So it's a circle. If you have a fixed point, definitely you will have that is the center. And if you choose all the point equidistant from that one, that is known as circle. Yes,
Yes,
that
sir.
is also not that correct.
Yes.
That is not precise.
So
Why?
this will become spherical.
Then also you have to extend in the dimension.
Sphere.
If
In a
all the
plane.
in a plane, so all the points equidistant from a given point on a plane, that is a circle. Because if you are in a 3D space, if you have a point here, if you choose all
Yeah.
the points, then it becomes sphere. Okay? Although the
Yes, sir.
definition is correct, unless you mention the dimension, it is not. Okay? What is one dimension? In dimension, if you apply the same definition, what it will be? If you apply the same definition in one dimension, that is there is a fixed point here, and choose all the points equidistant from this. One dimension means there will be only 2 points.
2
Yes?
points.
So in one dimension, if you apply the same definition of a circle, it is simply a pair of points. These two. Got it? In 2 dimension, it looks like something this. In 3 dimension, you know it is a sphere. Can you imagine in 4 dimension? I think you can't.
Sphere.
But there is a sphere in 4 dimension, 5 dimension, higher dimension. But only in 2 dimension, square is circle is like this. Got it? In
Yes,
one
sir.
dimension, the same definition gives only one pair of points. Okay, so not only the definition, there are some restrictions also you have to keep in mind. Okay, so then you have I think matrix or a matrix, you know. Okay, I assume you
Yes,
don't
sir.
know
Yes, sir.
matrix. Okay, I assume that you know nothing
Yes,
about
sir.
matrix. So matrix is simply some collection of numbers which are arranged properly. You can write many numbers, 1, 2, or 3, anything you want. You can write. Suppose here 3, 4, 5, 7. You can write. Okay. So if you arrange them, how many ways you can arrange? One is you write all of them this way. Yes.
Row and column.
Row and column. Okay. So you can have so many numbers or even symbols or variables. Now you do not necessarily have only numbers. You can have some symbols like this. Okay. Okay. Any symbol. So if you arrange them properly, so there are different ways. You can write one below another, 1, 2, 3, 4, like you write a roll number. Okay. So if I have here, then suppose here you have 1, then 2, then this way. There is one line, one vertical column. You can write that way. There are some other ways you can write horizontally. There is some other way you can arrange them. So matrix is simply some numbers or symbols which is well arranged. Well arranged means like you see it in your classroom. Come this way. Yes. So here 1, 2, 3, 4. This way you can arrange. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we'll definitely discuss it formally. Some numbers which are well arranged. There will be some rows, some columns well arranged, like you see it in your classroom. Benches are there. In a bench you see 3, 4 of you. Then 5, 6 benches are there. So that's it. So some well arranged number, and well arranged, the arrangement is rectangular. You see it rectangle because if you join all these corner points, it will be rectangle. Okay. So matrix is simply well arranged numbers. So arrangement here rectangular array. We call it rectangular array of numbers or symbols. That's it. So then we have something called differentiation and integration. You know how easy it is?
No, sir, it is very difficult.
Okay. Why it is difficult? No, don't talk about differentiation and integration. Simply mathematics. Isn't it very boring? Isn't it very tough? Why it is so? Why we have the concept that mathematics is very tough or difficult? Why?
So nothing like that. It's very logical subject actually.
Yeah, logic. How is mathematics different from other subjects? What is there in mathematics that the other subject doesn't or But others said
Sir, in mathematics, we have to understand and then cram a little bit. But
Hmm.
in most of the subject, we have to cram a lot and understand a little bit.
Yeah. So okay. So from your point, if I specify it, suppose okay, forget about mathematics. Tell me something that you know apart from mathematics, from biology at least, or chemistry, you know. Tell me something that you know of biology. Something very basic so that I can also understand.
Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Sorry, I didn't get you. Hello? Okay, let me tell you.
So theory is not needed in mathematics.
Mathematics theory is not needed. No, it's not like that.
It
Theory
is
is needed,
needed.
but you can skip it. Most of the students, what do? They directly jump to the exercise and try to solve the problem. That's the problem why people hate mathematics. They don't bother about the theory part. They directly want to solve the problem. That's not possible if you don't know the theory part. Okay, so let me tell you one thing, something that I don't know. Then you can suggest me. What is this? Hello?
Water.
Water,
We
molecular
cannot
water.
see.
Water.
All of you know? Is there someone
Yes,
who
sir.
doesn't know what is this? So it means I am the only guy who doesn't know what is
H2O,
it.
water.
Yeah, so I am the only guy who doesn't know this. I don't know why it is so. For mathematics and for other subjects, there is only one difference. Can you see it now? No. So
No,
the
sir.
difference is whatever you know, it's mathematics. Because if you say why I say that I don't know what is H2O, really I don't know if I mix two hydrogen with one oxygen which gives water or no, I don't. I have just memorized. I have heard my teacher saying so. I have read in my textbook, but I really don't know whether H2O is water or not. Do you know any of you? Any of you do you really know it, or you have heard it, or you have read it simply? Tell me.
Yes, sir. We have just
Yes.
studied
So that is the
this.
difference. So although you claim that you are scientific, in some other contexts, suppose religion, some people say they are atheists or something. They say no, God is not there, God or whatever it is. So they say we are very scientific. We believe what science says, or we are. What they mean, religious people mean what they believe is there is some book, maybe Gita, Bible, Quran, whatever it is. They believe whatever is written in that particular book is correct. Yes, or whatever the gurus or priests of that particular religion says, they are correct. They believe that one. Yes, what do scientific people believe? Scientific people think that whatever written is in your science textbook is correct. Whatever your science teacher says is correct. What is the difference? You are also doing the same thing. You are believing something that you don't know, isn't it?
Sir,
Wow. Yeah.
sir, I
Hmm.
want to add up one thing.
Sure.
In like religion, there is outcasting is not allowed. You can't
Hmm.
go beyond that line. But in
Hmm.
science, we
Hmm.
can experience new things and experiment it,
No,
and
no.
then we can
No, that's
practically
what. No,
we
no, no, no.
can
Yes,
prove
yes,
it.
yes. I got you. So what I say for you, I'm talking to you. So what I say from your point of view or my point of view, yes, in science you can experiment, or in other fields also you can to some extent. But did you experiment with all these things that you have already studied? No.
No,
Did
not
you
yet.
really state no? So for you, someone has experimented and you believed him that whatever he has done is correct, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Someone has experimented, someone has mixed one, two hydrogen with one oxygen, and he got water, and he said that I did all these things and I got this one. And you believed him. What is the difference? That you haven't done anything, you don't know exactly what is H2O, but you have believed someone or your technique. Isn't it? Now I am actually not comparing with religion, but in mathematics you cannot do it. What I am going to discuss in mathematics, whatever you know, you actually know it, isn't it?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So to know something clearly, it is difficult, always difficult. If you want to know what is H2O clearly, isn't it difficult? You have to go lab test.
Yes, sir.
All things you have to do.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Whenever you have to know something clearly, it is always difficult. But once you really verify it, it is very interesting, isn't it? If you really, whenever
Yes,
you
sir.
do
Indeed, sir.
something really new, whenever something new, you are always excited. And whenever you can verify, you know, yet I have got something new to know, isn't it? It is interesting, always exciting. So only thing is that mathematics, you have to really know it. If you study something in mathematics, you must know it. Otherwise, you cannot study. If you try to memorize in mathematics, you will get confused, isn't it? If you try to memorize
Yes,
the
sir.
formula or it is, and if you want to apply it in your exam, then you are perplexed. What to do? Which formula I have to apply? How to proceed? Isn't it? So in other subjects, even in history also, I am not saying that whatever is written in your history book or science is wrong. But do you know in 5,000 years ago, whatever, what exactly happened? You don't. You have to believe that whatever is written in your textbook is correct. I don't say it is wrong, but you don't know it. You just believe it, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
But in mathematics, you cannot believe anything. Is there something that you believe in mathematics? No, you know it. At least you know what is 2 plus 3. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Whatever a plus b whole square, what is that? You know it. You can prove it. Yes. Whatever you say, you can just prove it. So in other subject, you can memorize so many things without actually knowing it, and you can write in your exam, you can vomit it. But in mathematics, you cannot do so unless you actually know it. So that's why mathematics is assumed, or assumed, or people think it to be so difficult, or so actually difficult. When you actually want to know something, whatever it is, whatever branch you are in, if you actually want to know, it is difficult. But if you somehow know it, if you can tackle the problem and solve it, and you can verify that yes, this is the thing, you can enjoy it. Okay. And what is mathematics? Some people think that mathematics is some collection of formulas. You have to memorize it and you have to apply it, and that's it. Actually, mathematics is not so. And what I say from my point of view, something that a calculator or a computer can do is not mathematics. Mathematics means there is some logic. You must think the problem. You must have some idea how to proceed. Some technique is there. So if you simply, if you know a plus b whole square is something, and if you are given two numbers, suppose 2, 3, and if you apply the formula, what you get, that is actually not mathematics. Why I am saying is, you think, no, of course, we have studied in mathematics course. Yes, now I know who is the Prime Minister, I know who is the Chief Minister of Assam, who is the Health Minister. Now, can I say that I know politics? Is it? Got it? I know some
Yes, sir.
cabinet ministers,
Yes,
some
sir. Yes, sir.
ministers. This doesn't mean that I know politics. So if you know how to calculate percentage, how to multiply two numbers, how to find discount, ratio, this doesn't mean you know mathematics. You know the basic knowledge, isn't it? These are general knowledge. If you go for shopping now, Big Billion Days, some other offers are there, 10%, 50% discount. If you don't know how many discounts you are getting, you don't know even the general knowledge, isn't it? Got it? So all those things
Yes,
are
sir.
general knowledge. These are not mathematics. Like I said, so if you know some estimates, okay, estimates or whatever it is, like politics, I said, you may know a few things. Those come under general knowledge. So general knowledge doesn't mean current affairs. General knowledge includes mathematics, physics, chemistry, all those things. The basics of everything is general knowledge. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So you must know
Sir.
basics of everything.
Yes.
Yes,
Only
sir.
then you can say I know something of general knowledge. If you know beyond that, then you can say I'm expert in that field. So for this course, you need not be an expert of mathematics. What you have to learn, you have to learn the basics. Like I said, percentage ratio, you have to learn all those things, because all those things will be applicable in your daily life. If you don't know how to find ratio or percentage discount, how can you go for shopping? Isn't it? So now this course has been introduced in your syllabus because all those things will be needed in your higher studies, like in BSc, second year, third year. You are going to calculate something in MSc and so many things. If you opt for PhD, those things will be required. So not the entire syllabus of class 11, 12 is needed, but those selected topics which will be needed in future. Even by biology students or even in agriculture, there are so many calculations. If you go for any crop, then there will be some calculation, isn't it? The ratio, proportion, you have to calculate. So this course has been introduced because you need these things in future. Got it? It is not that you have
Yes,
to
sir.
simply pass the exam and you can leave it. No. In your primary school, whatever you learn, now you are actually using it, isn't it? So, and don't expect that you can learn everything in a day, because something you may think stupid, but do you remember how many times, how many days or months you took to learn simply the alphabet? A, B, C, D, the small and capital version, then line in proper order. Do you remember? At least you need 2-3 years, isn't it, to learn them. Now you can write your name and all the alphabets without any difficulties, isn't it? So whenever something new is there, definitely it will take time. Okay, and especially when you are afraid of this subject or topic, so it may take time, but it is not that you can avoid it. Got it? So you must learn and this thing. So of course, exam is there, you have to score some marks, but don't think that is simply for marks you are going to attend the classes or it is. So, but if you think that if you really want to pursue BSc, MSc or something, then those things will be required. Okay. So as I said, mathematics is simply logic. Logic and mathematics is related, and in other subjects also mathematics is needed and logic is required. But mathematics is pure form of logic. Everything is logic in mathematics. So without logic, you cannot do anything. So whatever you can do without logic, that is actually not mathematics. As I said, if you can use some formula, directly formula is given, you apply it, that is not mathematics, that is not logic. So whenever you have some mathematical problem, there will be some logic. Suppose I am giving you some simple questions. Suppose, okay, suppose there are 4 points or cities. Okay, all the distances are here. Suppose the distance is 8 kilometer. 4 cities are there. Okay, it is 8 kilometer again. Here also
Yes, sir.
8 kilometer, 8 kilometer, 8 kilometer. So you have to construct a road. You are given to construct the road, and so what will be the minimum length of the road? Roads you can construct in several ways. That is this way, and you can join these. Yes. Again, there are
Yes,
different
sir.
ways you can join the roads, but that would cost you much more, isn't it? And if you join simply the square, if you form the square, then it is 8 4 the 32 kilometer. Yes, your path will be about 32 kilometer. Yes. Now my question is, the government has given you the budget, and budget is only 22 kilometer. You can construct a road of length only 22 kilometer, and so that all the 4 points must be connected. From one point to another point you can go. Can you do it? At least you know there is no definite formula how to do it. You must think it. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So can you think of how to do it? So 1 point is here, 1 point is here, all are equidistant. So it is 8 kilometer apart. One thing you can think, that is, I want to construct one road, that is this one, then this one, and this one. Now also from one point to another you can go. From this to this, you cannot go directly from this point to this, but at least there is a path. But again here, 3 8 are 24. It is not 22. But budget is only limited to 22 kilometer. You can construct the road of 22 kilometer with the given budget. So can you think of any other part or anyway, so that all the 4 points.
Z-shaped path.
So if we join the diagonals,
Z-shaped path.
Okay. Let me check it. Diagonals. Okay, you are not joining this. You are going to join the diagonal. So diagonal means this one is 8. So sorry, my 8 is something like this. So this one is 8, 8, 8, 8 square, 8 square. So what is the length of the diagonal? 8 square, 64. You can find by Pythagoras theorem. You can find this length. Yes. So what he said?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting it? What he said? He is going to join only the diagonals. So now all of you try to calculate yourself. What are the lengths of the diagonal? It is again less than, sorry, greater than 22. Sum of the diagonals is again greater than 22. You can check it. So you can treat this one as a homework. You try to solve it. So again, if you find the diagonals, the sum of the diagonals is again greater than 22. So can you construct some other part? Budget is only 22 kilometer road you can construct. Limited budget. Very tight schedule. Okay. Think of it. If you can, it is not a part of your syllabus, but try to think how to solve this problem. What I mean, in mathematics, you have to think. If you can't think, if you can't apply your logic, and if you want to directly use the formula, that's not mathematics. And that's why we find mathematics to be difficult. In others, you have to memorize something or some other techniques are there, but mathematics you have to think. And it is not something that only mathematician or expert can do. Even class 6 or 7 can do it. Okay, let me give you another similar problem. Okay, if you want, you can think of it. Suppose there is a pond. Again, similar problem. Suppose there is a pond which is square shaped. Okay, although this line is not a straight line, so square shaped. And a priest comes to pray here, and he comes with some numbers of flowers. Okay, and because this pond is very special. What is the specialty of this pond? Hello, are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes,
the
sir.
pond is very special, so special that if you put some flowers here, suppose if you drop some flowers, suppose one flower, then when it comes out from water, it becomes double. If you drop 5, if you dip 5 flower, when it comes out, it becomes double 10. Is it clear? Okay. So the priest comes with some flowers, he puts them here in the first corner, it becomes double. Then from the flowers, he picks up some of them. Then whatever he picks up, he puts it in the second corner. Then it becomes double. Then from this one, he again picks some of them and puts in the third corner. Again, it becomes double. Okay. Then from the last one, sorry, this one, he picks some and puts in the last corner. Now from last one, he doesn't pick up. Okay. And what happens after the entire scenery? In each of the corner, the number of flowers remains same. Is the question clear?
No, sir.
So the priest comes with some number of flowers, suppose 10 flowers. Okay. He puts here, it becomes 20.
20.
Okay. Suppose he takes some 8 numbers of. Okay. Then here he will have 8 means 12. Yes. Okay. He will put here 8. 8 becomes 16. So as I said, all the corners must have equal number. He can pick only 4. Yes. Because rule is we must have 12, not 12. All the corners must have equal number of flowers after the game is over. So we will have to pick 4. We'll put it here. It is 8, not 12. Okay. From the last corner, he doesn't pick up anything. In the first corner, he puts something. It becomes double. Then he takes some of them. Then put in the second corner. Again, it becomes double. Then again, he takes some and put in the third corner. Again, it becomes double. He picks again some and then put it in the fourth corner. And from that, he doesn't pick up. Got it? Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now the question is, you know the question, what is that? What is the
Yes,
question?
sir. How many numbers of flowers did
Yeah.
the priest initially have?
Yeah. So you have to that one, and okay, you got the question. You give me the numbers that which is the priest came and how many flowers are there in each of the one. Is it clear? Okay. It's not official homework. If you want, if some of you are interested, you can do it. You can try. If you are not interested, you can leave it. So what I want you to think. I'm giving you some real life problem like this one. Okay, let me give you some example, similar type of question. Suppose there is a car. Okay, cars are generally 4-wheeler. Okay, and you know there is some spare tire. Yes. In
Okay,
every
sir.
car, there is one spare tire. So tires are of 100 kilometer capacity. That is, you can use one tire exactly for 100 kilometer. After that, it is waste. You have to throw it. Got it? So in your
Yes,
car,
sir.
you have recently just changed all the 4 tires and you have kept one extra tire. Suppose your new car. Okay, all the tires are fresh. Now question is maximum how many kilometers you can travel. Maximum how many kilometers you can travel. Minimum, of course, you can go 100 because if you go like this in this condition, because all these 4 tires will give you 100 kilometers. So definitely you can go 100 kilometers. Yes, because each tire has capacity, as I said, 100 kilometers. Okay, so can you go beyond that? Question is, can you go beyond that? Please remember, you have one spare tire. But once all the 4s are not working, you cannot use the single one to run the car, isn't it? So
Yes,
is there
sir.
some technique that you can go beyond 100 kilometers? Is there some? And if yes, then maximum how many kilometers you can go? Any idea from any of you? I don't need the exact number, but any idea how to increase the number, how to increase the range? You are making use of the spare tire. Any idea?
So we have to change the tires again and again after
Again and
a
again.
few
Okay.
kilometers.
After a few kilometers. Okay. So all of you got the idea. So suppose I change that after suppose 50 kilometer, I change this one. Change this one to here, and this one will be spare tire. Then I think you can. So after some interval, you have to change the tire. So by doing so, how many kilometers, extra kilometers you can travel? So all of you can try it. So idea is the same. That is, you have to change the spare tire with one of them and do the same thing repeatedly. So doing so, how many maximum distance you can travel? Got it?
Yes, sir.
So if you try, okay, I think I have given 3 questions, similar types of questions. So if you can solve 1 or 2, it's fine. So what I mean, there is no specific formula. Got it? So you have to do something manually. You have to think yourself how to do some leverage job. Maybe you can do some labor, but there is no specific formula. And I think it's like mathematics. So whenever there is mathematics, you must think. You don't have any ready-made formula every time. Whenever you have, I don't call it mathematics. So if you want, you can solve them. At least all of you can try. All of you can, if you solve at least one of them, it's fine. I think you can go for the next class, that is formal class. Okay. Thank you then for today, and we will see you again on Tuesday at 12. Fine.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.